Hey everyone, welcome back to part 3 of the Grand Jeu Lenormand series. So in this video, I'm going to go over a basic spread that you can use with these cards. And I just want to say these are my playing cards that I photocopied my original deck onto and I wrote all over because I'm still learning, and I highly recommend you do this. Whether you use a playing card deck to back the paper, or you can use construction paper, whatever works for you, or whatever you have lying around the house. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do this. So I just want to show you also the size difference here. So this is my original 1970s deck. It's huge, man. And this is the comparison. So you could fit like 2 of these playing cards in this one deck. Plus, it has the pointy edges. I know the modern ones, they don't have that. So I did it for several reasons. Mainly the size was easier to handle, and also I didn't want to, ruin my original deck here. So what I want to say is, actually I'm going to bring that card back here. So, a lot of people get intimidated by these cards just because there's so much going on. We have playing card, we have constellation, letter, geomatic symbol, we have the main image here, we have these 2 side images, and we have the floral, the language of flowers message. So you can actually ignore this. This is basically just to identify the card, okay? It does have a special meaning as well, but you don't have to use that. So as a beginner, you can ignore this, and this. So focus on these 3 images, the main image and the 2 side images. All of these components on the card provide additional or extra meaning to the main image, which is Greek mythology. And again, you don't actually have to know Greek mythology to use these cards. It helps, but you can actually, learn Greek mythology by using these cards and researching. So you don't actually need to know it beforehand. Okay. So this 3-card spread is very basic, very simple, and relatively easy. It gives you a lot of information. You actually can just use this, and these cards will work for you very well. You don't actually have to learn any more complicated spreads if you don't want to, and just use these cards this way from now on. So what I do is I focus on my question and I pull 3 cards. You can pull them in any order. I pick the center card first and then I pick the side cards. But you can just pull them 1, 2, 3 like that. Doesn't really matter, as long as you set your intention beforehand. So you pull 3 cards and you focus on the center card. The center card is your significator card, okay? Now again, you're ignoring everything, this, and this, especially, and you're focusing on the main image. So on the main central card, you're focusing on the main image only. You're ignoring even this, and this. I will say that the floral message gives like wisdom and a synthesis of the whole card, but you really, as a beginner, you don't even have to memorize that. So there's this that you focus on, okay? And then you focus on this image and this image. That's it. You don't even look at this or this or this. You just focus on the cards that are touching the significator. You focus on the side image that's closest to the significator, okay? So this was from a real reading, And the question was, well, it was my cousin who asked me, you know, will her new endeavor be successful? And I had no idea what kind of endeavor this was. So I pulled the cards, and because of this, this is about obstacles. Okay, this is kind of a negative image here. You know, enemy has gained revenge. Well, I didn't think that that would apply. So I just basically took the message that there would be obstacles and a long road ahead, you know. However, we have a very positive card here. This is an extremely positive card. It actually augments the negative cards beside it. So it's the most positive card in the deck. And we have here Man of Genius and Prosperity, rewards. So I saw that if she came over her obstacles and, you know, persevered, there would be prosperity. And again, it is also repeated in this card, because here we have a woman, she's sitting at a desk and she's writing, and it means several things. It means in excess of one's merit, so it means like an intelligent woman that doesn't have a lot of merit, but it also means success. So I just got the impression that she'd be studying something, or, you know, doing a lot of paperwork, and that was part of the obstacles, but there would be success in the end. So what it was she's getting into Bitcoin, and she's studying, and there's a big learning curve, and yeah, so that's basically what it is. And she's right now facing a lot of obstacles, but I told her to stick with it. It's a very brilliant idea, and it will bring her prosperity. That's how easy a 3-card spread can be. Now, I have been, you know, researching a lot and digging deep for English information on these cards, and I did learn about, I guess you could say, a modification to this spread. So it's a 4-card spread. So even though generally we don't use even numbers for this, for these readings, this is called the Triage Rapide. It's by this French author, Colette Sylvestre. And she does this whole process where we take the main image and the 2 side images, and the outcome is the 4th card main image. Okay, so even though for this reading I didn't actually pull a 4th card, I'm just using this as an example, the outcome here is very positive. Happiness, inheritance, presents, gifts. Like, this is like hitting the jackpot sort of thing. These little golden vessels are actually called jackpots, I read. So you can do it that way. If you're not clear about the outcome, you can use 4 cards and the main image in the 4th card here. So I'm just going to show you one more example. This is just a little trivial, mundane question, but I just thought I'd use it as an example to show how these cards communicate. So I asked if I would receive this package this week, okay? And so these are the cards I got, so I focused on this. And this traditionally means, I'll bring it up closer, it traditionally means pregnancy, fertility, even unplanned pregnancy. I was like, okay, that has nothing to do with my package. So either I pulled wrong, or it's trying to show me something else. So as a tarot reader, I always look at the visual details. I go by the visual imagery more than the traditional meanings, because I find often there's something in the card that has relevance to your question, and it has nothing to do with the traditional meaning. That's how I read, and that's proven to me to be effective in the past. So I see here a child on a goat. Okay. So I was like, okay, so maybe it's on its way or something, you know. Your intuition will be prompted by the images. All right, so there was that. And then, oh, these aren't in order. It was actually like this, sorry. And then I looked at this image here, the side image that's flanking. Okay. And this is a card about overcoming obstacles, success, honors, achievement. But what I saw is that these two boys, well, I guess they're soldiers, they're men, but they look like boys. They're bringing the spoils of war, which is, I think that's Helen of Troy. So I'm like, okay, it's on its way, definitely. It's being brought to me. And then there's this card, which overall the whole card is about communication, okay? So these images will have something to do with the main image. So that, like, they will, how can I say, there will be different angles of the main image. So for example, this is about indiscretion, because this is Argus with 100 eyes holding a letter, and he's not to be trusted with that message. And then this is Anubis, who is guarding the letter or the papers, and this is about confidentiality. So again, though, I did not take the traditional meaning. I just, I figured, well, unless someone is looking in my package or something, could be, never know. I just saw that he was holding a letter. So I felt that this was really validating to me that the right cards were coming up. Even despite this, the right cards were coming up because this is about messages and mail and communication. So I'm like, okay, it's on its way. It's coming this week. It's saying yes. And it was actually that very same day, my son picked up the mail and brought it to me, and it was in there. It was in that day's mail. So I'm pretty sure that this card was trying to tell me that my son was going, even though he's not a baby or a toddler, he's 14 years old, but I think that this is what that card was trying to tell me, was that my son was going to bring it to me, because we have, let's say it was him bringing me the package. They were just trying to tell me that. Or it was just trying to say it's on its way. But the message was clear that yes, I would get it that week, and it was the same day. So, I mean, you're going to use these cards for more significant and important questions than, will I get my package today? Although, hey, for practice, why not? Just do it. And you will use the traditional meanings in most cases, but keep an open mind and pay attention to the visual details. And I recommend doing that with any card system. Well, not Lenormand necessarily, but tarot especially. So very simple spreads, very easy to do. Don't get overwhelmed with all the images. And you can find all this stuff on the internet. I mean, you do have to dig a little bit, but Google is your friend. And I just wanted to share what I have learned so far about how to use these cards. So I hope that helped, and please remember to give this video a like. I will see you in the next.